Hello everyone and welcome to a mini Sonic unboxing video. So today we have 5 little figures that we're going to unbox, and we're also going to compare them with some other things. So we have our Golden Chao, our Chao, our little Metal Sonic, Mighty the Armadillo, and the little Buzz Bomber. So let us start with the Chaos. So the Chaos were introduced in Sonic Adventure 1. There you have the back of the box. And they have been around ever since. So originally the Chaos were supposed to be part of Chaos, which was Perfect Chaos, which was the main villain of Sonic Adventure 1, but they ended up becoming their own little thing. So this one comes with 3 little rings. So let's just pop those out, if they will pop out. And there you are. There's just a little plastic ring. Actually seems to fit perfectly, which is kind of cool. Not what it's intended for, obviously. These are just rings to represent the rings that you get in Sonic the Hedgehog. And there is our little Chao. Well, once we can get him out, which is a mission in itself. Mission, rescue the Chao. Try to get this on camera. There we go. Let's get the top off. The rest tends to follow, or should. There we are. The wings were giving us a little bit of problems. So there is our little generic Chao, which, if you know the franchise, then you could call him Cheese, to go with Cream, the rabbit. So now let's look at our Golden Chao. So the way to get the Golden Chao, this is the second set, or possibly the third set, can't remember. But the way to get the Golden Chao was you had to basically raise a perfect Chao in Sonic Adventure 1 or Sonic Adventure 2, and then you could use the Chaos to go racing. So this one comes with no accessories. It looks to be the same mold, the same cast as the original Chao, but this one of course has a gold hint to it, and it has its own little eyes. So articulation, its eyes move, and its little arms move as well. So there you go. Oh, unfortunately it does not like to stand. I see that one foot is up a little bit more than the others. These don't move, so unfortunately we are kind of stuck. Put the hands back up. Does that help with balancing? No, it does not. Well, that's a very, very annoying thing. You can see there that the feet have been put on slightly incorrectly, if the camera would focus on them, which is not a good sign of quality. There we are. You can see the feet are just a little bit out of place with one another, so whenever he sits down, he is always going to fall forward. And you can kind of focus back in there. You can kind of get him to stand like that, but not very well. Well, that is it for our little Chaos. So let's move them off to the side. At least we have one that stands. And this one came with 3 rings, so original Chao slightly better, if that is the thing that works. Our next one, let's look at our miniature Metal Sonic. So the reason that I got the miniature Metal Sonic was because I wanted one to look like the classic Metal Sonic, and generally the 4-inch figures are considered like the modern ones, and the smaller ones are considered to look more like the classic figures, or to be the scale of the classic figures, because the classic figures are supposed to be slightly shorter. So in terms of articulation, his arm is on a little bend. This elbow does not move, and neither does the hand, but this hand does. And his legs do have a bit of mobility in them, but he's kind of stuck in this little pose. Now let's compare this to the 4-inch one. You can see the difference in the scale. You can see the 4-inch one is significantly more detailed. You can see it's got the lines in the chest section as well. The eyes are a little bit better on the 4-inch one. as well. And obviously you can see the height difference between the two of them. But unfortunately this smaller one does not look like the classic one. The classic Metal Sonic has a little bit of a slightly larger head and a little bit of a smaller body, sort of to mimic the look of the classic Sonic. So there are our Metal X's. Metal X was the comic name for that. And now let's move into our Buzz Bomber, which is of course one of the regular enemies from, well, it started in Sonic 1. In fact, actually, I think he's the very first enemy that you come across in Sonic 1, in Green Hill Zone Act 1. Now that I think back on it. It might be a little moto bug that you come across first, but I think this is kind of the start of him. So he doesn't look like this at the game, oh my goodness. Well, this part is hopefully removable, and hopefully I didn't just break it. But you can see there's got a little hole for this to stand in. And it just sits in like that. And there we go. We have this crazy looking Buzz Bomber. It reminds me of the kind of art style of Sonic CD, the Sonic CD cutscenes. Let's just put him next to the original Motobug. There's a new Motobug that came out. I don't have him yet, but there's the basic one. And we also have the spider, which I've forgotten the name of. Grabber or something. From Sonic 2, of course, in the chemical plant zone. These things would jump down and grab you, and then you would have to break out of it or it would explode, and then it would obviously hurt you. So, that is our little badniks. And we have one more to go, which is Mighty the Armadillo, which is the one that I'm most looking forward to, because this is the one that I really wanted, and is the whole reason that I bought all of these at the same time, because I wanted this little guy. So, let us open Mighty first, and then we will talk about them. They really like to keep them in their packages. Best way to go about it is just find one part that opens and then push him out from there. There's this big armadillo shell, and his ears are kind of keeping him stuck in, as is his tail. So I'm going to try to get rid of this. When you look at what I'm having to do to the packaging here, just to try and get Mighty the Armadillo out from his cell. Oh, goodness. Oh, there. Finally, look at this. Look, it's destroyed. But we have our Mighty the Armadillo. So, we're just checking him off screen. So, he does have a little shoulder movement here. His hands are clasped together. This hand goes up and down there, and he has a little bit of leg movement as well. Let's try and pose him in a way so that he'll actually stand. His knees are bent, and I don't think there's any foot articulation. I don't think there's any ankle articulation here. So you just have to get him into the pose that the designers intended him to be in to make him actually stand. So let's try that. No. Okay, there we go. There, we got him in the end. So, why did I want this Mighty the Armadillo so much? Well, initially, there was never a Mighty the Armadillo figure released. So what Mighty the Armadillo was when they brought out the 32X game, Knuckles and Chaotix, Mighty was part of Team Chaotix, and he was just a reskin of Sonic the Hedgehog, and the idea was to give the players a Sonic game without Sonic the Hedgehog in it. And Mighty the Armadillo took the place of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, they did release the original 6-inch Mighty the Armadillo beforehand. You can see there's quite a bit of difference between the two of them. But one of the major things is the 4-inch Mighty the Armadillo is quite a bit larger than the other figures. So if we move Mighty the Armadillo back here, and bring this one closer forward, then let's bring out the rest of Chaotix that I currently have. So there's Espio, the chameleon. And there is Vector, the crocodile. So you can see that Mighty actually fits much more to scale with the smaller version than this one, because the 4-inch one just looks massive compared to the rest of Chaotix, whereas the smaller one looks about the right size for what he should be for part of Team Chaotix. And of course you can't have Team Chaotix without Knuckles the Armadillo. So let's bring Knuckles the Armadillo into Knuckles the Armadillo? Mighty the Armadillo? Knuckles the Echidna? 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 My goodness. That's what happens when I record late at night. It turns into madness. So we have this Knuckles. So this Knuckles is very, very articulated, which means he's very, very difficult to get him to stand. And there we have as much of Team Chaotix as I have currently. I am missing Charmy the Bee. You can get Charmy the Bee. It came in a 3-pack set with Vector and Espio. I got the first set of Vector and Espio, which came as a 2-pack with the original comic. Mighty the Armadillo was, of course, the newest addition. And there was a 6th member of Chaotix, which was Knack the Weasel, which is from Sonic Drift Racing. And he, in the comics, he turned his back on the rest of Chaotix, and they just never bothered to make a figure of him. So let us activate the turntable so that you can see Team Chaotix in all of their glory. Mighty the Armadillo was removed from Team Chaotix because he was obviously just a copy of Sonic. So by the time you got into Sonic Heroes, Team Chaotix consisted of just Vector, Espio and Charmy, because Knuckles was in his own team with Sonic. Knack the Weasel had turned evil, and Mighty the Armadillo had disappeared. Oh, I just saw there that Vector was pointing too hard at the WrestleMania sign. So there we are. We'll see if that swings around again. But that is going to be it for this video, folks. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, please give us a like, share and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon. Ah, I did it again. Okay, we're good. Make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these little videos go up. And Vector the crocodile has thrown me off of my usual little outro. But yes, hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, give us a like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment below for a chance at winning a prize, and we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody. Let's just wait for them to turn around. Make sure we can do a little finishing shot there. Oh, yes. And his tail's managed to miss it as well. Fantastic. And there we go. Goodbye, everybody.